Even though the critics didn't like this movie, even though they tried to convince everybody that there just wasn't enough there, that it wasn't going to be successful, the Super Mario Brothers movie continues to dominate the box office. Over $58 million in its third weekend. Not only is that the best for an animated movie in history, the best third weekend for an animated movie in history, but it's also the 7th best third weekend we've ever seen domestically. These are the types of numbers that the Super Mario Brothers movie is still putting up as the weekends come and families flood the theaters to go watch this movie. Sometimes more than once, sometimes 2, 3, 4, even 5 times. People are going to see this because it resonates with them. And again, we've talked about it before. This Super Mario Brothers movie should be yet another lesson to Hollywood. They can't make this excuse anymore of a post-pandemic theater. People don't want to come to the movies. Yes, they do. When you give people something to go there for and you give them a reason to go out, they will. If they don't think they're going to be pandered to, if they don't think there's going to be a woke agenda pushed down their throats, then maybe they might actually go out there. We saw it with something like Top Gun Maverick, nearly $1.5 billion at the box office. And we're seeing it again with the Super Mario Brothers movie. Now, it's sitting there at over $870 million globally. In a few days, it will hit $900 million around the world. Just look at this split right now. Domestic past $400 million. $434 million at the domestic box office and $442 million internationally. This, reminding everybody, is without Japan and South Korea. That's about to open in Japan and South Korea, and that is going to be massive in those countries. You'd have to expect those countries combined at least potentially $200 million, if not more, from Japan and South Korea. So that could balloon up when this opens next weekend in those countries. And just look at some of these numbers that it's putting up. Universal's animated video game adaptation easily repeats in first place with $58 million, the 7th best third weekend of all time. It had previously earned the 32nd best 3-day weekend, the 17th best 5-day total. Then it improved to the 7th best second weekend of all time, and is still the 7th best third weekend of all time. Behind The Force Awakens, Avatar, Avatar 2, Black Panther, Endgame, and Infinity War. Those are some box office behemoths that it's sitting behind. And who knows what this 4th weekend has in store? It could have a very, very good hold and maybe even have a better 4th weekend than some of these movies. It had one of the biggest animated openings in history, the biggest animated global opening in box office history, and just continues to smash records. Ironically, all the records they're smashing were previously held by Disney movies. Those are the records that this Universal Studios production, this Universal production, Illumination, Nintendo, they're smashing Disney records because they've given fans what they want. They've given families what they want. Something that they feel comfortable taking their kids to, something that is multi-generational. Old people that played it when they were younger, young kids right now who are playing stuff on the Nintendo Switch. This is a movie for fans and for families, and they're turning out in droves because they did exactly what they're supposed to do. They didn't preach, they didn't pander, they just entertained people. That's what we need more of in Hollywood. That's what people are asking for more of. Whether we'll get that from Hollywood, that remains to be seen. But right now, the Super Mario Brothers movie, another record-setting weekend at the box office.